Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. So, in this 1.5 year current affairs series, uh, I will cover comprehensive 1.5 year current affairs lecture series and especially for UPSC civil service examination prelims especially. So, instead of this, you will also refer for state PCS examination also. So, I am truly excited to have begin with this crucial journey together. So, as you all know, current affairs play a pivotal role in the prelims examination. Not only prelims examination, but also in the mains examination, right? So, uh, we will shaping your overall understanding, and this will helpful in paper one as well as shaping your overall understanding of dynamic issue that span across the economic quality and environment, science and technology and international relations as well as history and other art and culture subject also. So, so okay, so in this series, we will be covering all the major national and international events from January 2024 to May 2025. So, ensuring that every relevant topic is covered in depth, contextually, and in a way that aligns with the UPSC patterns or UPSC examination. So, we will focus on conceptual clarity, interlinking static with current affairs, and smart revision techniques also, so that you can retain what matters you have studied. Okay, so this is important. Why? Because interlinking and all are important for UPSC preparation. So it is useful for all the students, either you are a beginner or attempter. So no matter you are a beginner or attempter, so everyone can refer this series. Okay, so let us start. First thing I would like to cover, okay, so first thing I would like to cover global nuclear order. Global nuclear order, GNO, right? So uh, GNO is a historical if we talk about historical background, so it was created in the shadow of the Cold War. So with the USA and USSR leading the Western and Socialist blocs respectively. So following 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis, both US and USSR understood two political reality leading to the creation of GNO, right? So a need of bilateral mechanisms to prevent tension from escalating to the nuclear level. So nuclear weapons are dangerous and therefore their spread should be curbed. Okay, so the path to control proliferation, that is the USA and the USSR initiated the multilateral negotiation in Geneva 1965, right? And on a treaty to curb the spread of nuclear weapons, and in 1968 nuclear non proliferation treaty, that is NPT, NPT. Okay, so under NPT that began with less than 60 party, but today it is widely described as the cornerstone of the global nuclear order with 191 adherents, right? So India's standpoint, what is the India's standpoint? So India had chosen not to sign the NPT, right? And in 1974 stunned the world by conducting an underground peaceful nuclear explosive, that is PNE. And London Club, London Club, right? So seven countries, that is USA, USSR, UK, Canada, France, Japan, and West Germany, proposed ad hoc export control to ensure that nuclear technology that is transferred for peaceful purpose not be used for PNE, right? And nuclear suppliers, okay, group, that is NSG, the London Club later transformed into related NSG, okay, and 48 countries to overseas observe common guidelines for the exporting nuclear and related dual use material, right? Dual use material. So equipment and technology must be there. And how the Soviet Union and India enjoyed close relation with the Indian Indo-Soviet Friendship Treaty in 1971, and the USSR was committed to upholding the GNO. And you know there is a foundation member of the London Club. There is a foundation club of London Club, and how GNA has performed well, right? So nuclear taboo, it has been well. Nuclear taboo, nuclear taboo. So it has been held in 1945, and humanity has survived 75 years of the nuclear age without blowing itself up. Now, successful and non-proliferation, if we talk, while more than 20 countries were predicted to possess nuclear weapons to the 1970s, and 5 in 1968, the USA, USSR, and UK, France, and China. Only 4 countries have since gone nuclear, that is India, Israel, North Korea, and Pakistan. Pakistan, right? So there will be a strategic stability, and it is based on assured second strike capability guaranteed by the enormous arsenals that both USA and Russia had built up. Now this is eliminated any incentive to strike first, ensuring deterrence stability. Now arms control negotiations led to the parity in strategic capacity, creating a sense of arms race stability. And fail safe communication link provided crisis management stability. So this is important. Now denuclearization, that is Belarus, Ukraine, and Kazakhstan were denuclearized, that hosted Soviet nuclear weapons and possessed some capability. And there is an extension of NPT. In 1995, the NPT originally concluded for 25 years, and that was extended in perpetuity. Okay. Now active role, what is the active role of USA? So between 1977 एक second, between 1977 to 1988, You know, the USA actively subverted Taiwan's nuclear weapon programs as it stepped up a normalization of a tie with China. Tie with China, right? So, during 1970s, South Korea considered a nuclear weapons program, but France withdrew its offer to supply a reprocessing plant to South Korea under US pressure. Under US pressure, right? Now, there are some limitation also. So, arms control did not end the US USSR nuclear race. Okay, in fact, the arsenals grew around 28,000 right bombs in 1962 to cover 65,000 bombs in the early 1980s, right? Now, since the 1980 in 1980, USA and Soviet arsenals have declined sharply to below 12,000 bombs today, mostly due to the end of the Cold War rivalry and breakup of the USSR. Now, how the changing geopolitics impact GNO, right? Okay, so you know, multipolar world. So today's nuclear world is no longer a bipolar world, and USA face a more assertive China determined to regain influence regionally and globally also. Not only regionally but globally also. So emergence of China. So as nuclear arsenal continue to grow, China may soon become the third nuclear superpower. Third nuclear superpower. China superpower, right? So by joining the United States and Russia, so there will be withdrawal from treaties. So USA it withdraw from the anti-ballistic missile ABM anti-ballistic missile treaty in 2002 and from the intermediate range nuclear force that is INF treaty in 2019. So Russia de-ratified the comprehensive nuclear test ban treaty comprehensive nuclear test ban treaty, that is CTBT, right, in 2023. So the only remaining agreement, that is New START, will lapse in 2026, right? So erosion of strategic stability. In 2021 Geneva meeting got collapsed with the Ukraine war. Now Russia nuclear warning to NATO and the USA against the escalation in Ukraine has revived nuclear concern. Now USA bias over non-proliferation. You know, the USA turned a blind eye when Israel went nuclear in 1960 and 70, and again when China helped Pakistan with its nuclear program in 1980. Is it clear? So recently, you know, the nuclear submarines AUKUS deal, AUKUS deal, right? AUKUS deal, that is the Australia, US and UK reducing the influence of NPT, right? Now change in the stance of country. So domestic compulsions are turning the USA inwards, raising questions in the minds of all its allies about its extension deterrence guarantees, especially in East Asia. Now a shift is visible in Japan's decision to double its defense spending over next 5 years, right? So there are two conditions to gain legitimacy. First condition is convergence among the major powers. Convergence, first condition is convergence of major powers. Major powers. Right. Second thing that is successful presentation of the outcomes as a global public good to the rest of the world. Right. So this is the two condition, okay, to gain legitimacy. To gain legitimacy. Is it clear? So this is all about the GNO, that is global nuclear order. Right. Now next, move to second article, or we can say second important topics, that is draft offshore area mineral, that is Development and Regulation Amendment Act 2023. In short, we can say OAMDR Act. OAMDR Act. That is offshore area mineral. Offshore area mineral Development and Regulation Amendment Act. OAMDR. Okay, OAMDR Act 2023. Is it clear? So OAMDR, this is the act whose aim to regulate the mining in maritime zones by introducing a non-discretionary auction process, so offering production, lease and composite license from competitive bidding. Right. Now the composite license will grant right for both exploration and production. Right. So the rules focus on the auction of offshore mineral blocks, including those in the exclusive economic zones. Exclusive economic zone. Right. So this is important. And beyond territory waters. So this is beyond territorial waters. Now what is the bill about? So firstly, India's mines in ministry has proposed new rules, that is offshore area minerals Development and Regulation Amendment Act 2023, OAMDR Act, for the auction of offshore minerals blocks. Right. So firstly, second thing, I would like to highlight the bill. So what is this bill about? Right. First thing is, this is private sector firms and need to make a payment for production lease, either 0.5%, 0.50% of the estimated value of 100 crore, whichever is lower in 3 installments. Right. Now the act categorizing minimum mining activity into reconnaissance, exploration and production. So this is important. First thing is reconnaissance, second thing is exploration, third thing is production. So reconnaissance, exploration and production. So this is important. Right. Now next thing is G2, that is general exploration, level of exploration required for considering block for auction for production lease, with exceptions for certain minerals at G3 level. So G2 level of exploration aims to establish the major geological features of deposit, giving a reasonable indication of continuity and providing an estimated of size with high precision, shapes, structure and grade. So understand what is G3 level of exploration. G3 level of exploration, right? Exploration. So This is the systematic process of searching promising minerals target identified during the reconnaissance. Right. For composite license, the block should be explored up to G4 level, or mineral potentiality should be identified. Right. So this is the condition, and G4 level of exploration is a grassroots exploration for G4, right? G4 level of exploration is a grassroots exploration of identifying the existence of mineral potential or initial targets on regional scale, right? So exploration activity under composite license with the possibility of extension is fixed as 50 years. How many years? That is 50 years, right? 50 years. Is it clear? Now only the government or government company such as PSU, okay, and will granted exploration, production and composite license if these are related to atomic minerals. So atomic minerals, uh, um, minerals per the mines and minerals, that is Development and Regulation Act 1957, right? 1957 are the rare earth minerals that are rarely found, okay? So like uranium, thorium, pitch blends, monazite and uriniferous elanite and tantalum, titanium, niobium, lithium, zirconium and beryllium. All these are the atomic minerals as per Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957, and that is the rare earth minerals. So you have to remember rare earth minerals, that is uranium, thorium, pitch blends, monazite, uriniferous elanite and tantalum, titanium, niobium, lithium, zirconium and beryllium, etc. So what is the significance of this act? So what is the, you can in another word, what is the importance of this act? So you know, India has a unique maritime position with the exclusive economic zone, that is EEZ. So to extending, or you can say for extending over 2 million square kilometers, India must leverage its maritime resources for economic growth, and Geological Survey of India has identified resources like lime mud and construction grade and heavy minerals places, that is phosphorite and polymetallic ferromanganese and nodules and crust in the offshore regions. The lime mud is found in Gujarat and Maharashtra. So coast construction grade and Kerala phosphorite is found along the eastern and western continental margins, and polymetallic ferromanganese, right? Polymetallic ferromanganese, right? That is FEMN, FEMN, ferromanganese, okay. Now along the Andaman Sea and Lakshadweep Sea. So this is important, you have to understand this thing. Now let's move to next topic, that is truckers protest in India. Truckers protest in India, right? So what economic impact and underlying issue? So economic impact, and next thing is underlying issues. So all these things we have to emphasize. So protest against new legislation. So my dear friends, Truckers in India are protesting against a stringent punishment proposed in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita for hit and run accident. So leading to the significant fuel shortage and highlighting the sectors of importance, right? So new criminal code provisions. The new code passed in the winter session of Parliament, and it increases penalty for drivers feeling accident scenes, raising concerns among transporters. Among transporters, right? Is it clear? Now, truckers' concerns, are they justified? Okay, are they justified? So this is question. So to understand this, we have to understand something. First thing is increase penalty. IP. The law now stipulates up to 10 years in jail. 10 years of jail. ठीक है? And in a second condition, either 10 years jail or 7 lakh punishment. 7 lakh fine for filling an accident scene or substantial increase from the previous 2-year terms. So this is the thing. The next thing is impact on profession. Impact on profession. So transporters argue that these harsher penalty could deter individuals from tracking carriers and worsening the existing driver shortage in India. So safety concerns. So truckers often flee accident scene not to evade arrest but for self-protection against hostile crowds. Right? And adding complexity to issue. So accident statistics and truckers vulnerability. So rise in road accident. India saw 11% increase. In road accident, right, in 2022. With a significant fatality involving pedestrian and two-wheelers riders. Truckers role in accident, while truck drivers account for less than 9%. 9% of the fatality. Their exact culpability is unclear as data does not specify fault. So the high rate of accident on national highway where trucks are prevalent suggests possible involvement. So economic impact of a strike. So what will be the economic impact of the strike? So first thing is fuel shortage. So the strike led to fuel shortage with around 2000 fuel stations running dry due to the strike and subsequent panic buying. Normalization. Second thing is normalization efforts. So all India Motor Transport Congress, that is MTC, All India Motor Transport Congress urged truckers to resume work, leading to the gradual normalization from Wednesday noon. So this is all about truck strike. So trucker strike. So next thing is contribution to GDP. So road transport contributes 3.6% to India's GDP, with buses handling 85% of passenger traffic and trucks about 70% of freight movement. 70% movement, right? Freight movement. Now increased dependence. The sector importance has grown with the development of more highway and expressway, essential for perishables. So truck play a crucial role in transporting perishables with price increase observed in some products within just 2 days of the strike. So truck driver shortage in India, truck driver shortage in India. So truck to drive ratio declined from 1 ratio to 1.3 trucks to driver ratio in the late 1980s and early 1990. Okay, and the ratio has dropped 1 is to 0.65, 1 is to 0.65, right, leading to about 25 to 28% of truck being idle at any time. Now stagnant wages. So despite the demand supply mismatch, truckers' salaries have not increased significantly, with driving cabs and taxis in city offering better pay. So next thing is high attribution rate. So approximately 60% of truck drivers leave the industry within 15 days, exacerbating the shortage. Is it clear? Now, so what will be the conclusion? So balancing legislation and livelihood, the government need to find a balance between ensuring road safety through legislation and addressing the concerns of truckers. Now, economic importance. The strike underscored the critical role of truckers in India's economy. So, particularly in the transportation of essential goods, need for sustainable solution. So, for sustainable solution, we addressing the driver shortage and improving working condition in the trucking industry are essential for maintaining the sector's viability and preventing future disruptions. So this is all about truckers protest. So next topic I would like to cover, that is crucial role of Karman line in a space defense strategy. Crucial role of Karman line in a space defense strategy, right? Defense strategy. So the Karman line, the theoretical boundary between earth atmosphere and outer space. So suppose this is earth and the earth, and this is atmosphere, this is atmosphere, and this is the boundary between earth atmosphere and outer space. So this is crucial role in space defense and satellite communication. So between this and this there is a satellite and outer space, which is important for in space defense and satellite communication. So satellite communication, right? So understanding the Karman line. So firstly you have to understand what is Karman line. So the Karman line is an abstract boundary, right? Abstract boundary positioned at a latitude of 100 km above sea level, 100 km above sea, above sea, right? So its primary function is to establish the separation between Earth atmosphere and the vast expanse of space. Although not universally accepted by all scientists and space explorers, the majority of country and space organization acknowledged acknowledge this demarcation, and it was formally established in 1960 by the Federation of Aeronautic International, that is FAA, Federation Aeronautic International, FAI, right? And this is the body responsible for record keeping. Now next thing is crossing the Karman line designate an individual as an astronaut. Okay, so potential threats from dominating the Karman line. So anti-satellite weapons control over the Karman line could enable adversary to deploy weapons targeting satellite, disrupting communication links, right? Disrupting communication link. So Jammu and Kashmir, jamming and interference, so adversaries might use system to disrupt satellite communication, causing blackouts or degraded performance. Now hacking and cyber attacks, so unauthorized access to satellite system could lead to data breaches or manipulation of communication signals. Now physical interceptions or tampering, the ability to physically reach satellites could allow adversary to alter orbits, damage components, or see evades eavesdrops on the communication. So space debris, space debris, space debris and kinetic kill vehicles, that is creating debris or deploying kinetic kill vehicles could disrupt satellite networks. Now electromagnetic pulse, that is weapons, EMP. So electromagnetic pulse weapons, EMP, could damage satellite electronics, rendering them inoperable. So denial of access to space, so dominating the Karman line, right? Dominating the Karman line could enable adversary to deny space access to certain country or entity, right? So spoofing and deceptions, spoofing and deceptions, right? Deception. So manipulating satellite communication signals could mislead or deceive users. Space-based cyber physical attacks, so combining cyber and physical methods could disrupt or manipulate satellite operation. Policy and regulatory challenges, so there will be policy and regulatory challenges, that is dominance could lead to geopolitical challenges and affect international agreement related to space activity. Now historical context and recent development. So first breach by B2 missile, right? B2 missile. So June 2019, June 20, 1944, B2 became the first object to breach the Karman line, marking a significant milestone in space exploration. So superpower dominance. Both the United States and the Soviet Union have historically sought to dominate space for military reconnaissance purpose, leading to the development of anti-satellite weapons and ballistic missile. So India's evolving space program. What is India's evolving space program? So first thing is shift in focus. So India's space program has transitioned from a developmental focus to incorporating a space for national security objective, particularly in response to China counter space capability, right? So military and security consideration, if we talk, definitely India's approach now includes robust launch capability, military satellites, and emphasize on self-reliance and situational awareness. So this is important, self-reliance. Second thing is situational awareness is important. Self-reliance and situational awareness is most important thing. So I would like to conclude this Karman line. So my dear friends, strategic importance, if we talk, definitely the Karman line's significance extend beyond scientific understanding to encompasses crucial defense strategy in space. Need for vigilance and cooperation. Definitely, nation must protect their space-based assets and collaborate internationally to address the multifaceted threats and associated with dominating this critical boundary. Now, future of space defense. What is future of space defense? Definitely, as a space becomes increasingly contested, future of space defense, right? So space becomes increasingly contested. Understanding and securing the Karman line is vital for maintaining and defending capability in the outer space. So this is all about Karman line, which is extremely important. Now next thing is um, a smart lander for investigating moon. A smart landing, right, for investigation moon. In short, we can say SLIM, that is a smart landing investigation moon. So recently, Japan's smart lander for investigation moon entered orbit around the moon ahead of its planned moon landing attempt in January 2024, right? So what is SLIM? SLIM means a smart landing for investigation moon. So SLIM launched by Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA, that is JAXA. JAXA is a light-weighted spacecraft weight for 590 kg. 590 kg at launch. So considerably, if we talk, smaller than Chandrayaan 3. So this is a smart landing. SLIM is smaller than Chandrayaan 3. So SLIM is lighter because it carry much less fuel. SLIM was launched alongside XRISM, okay, on H2A rocket. H2A rocket, right? Now SLIM will mark the second Japanese attempt in 2023 to soft land on the moon. Now next thing is Hakuto RM1 lander. Hakuto RM1 lander built by Japanese company space crashed in the April 2023 after its engines shut down. Sorry. So I think it is clear. Now, engine shut down too soon during the landing. Now, just the Vikram lander of the Chandrayaan 3 mission used data from the Chandrayaan 2 orbiter. Chandrayaan 2 orbiter, right? And it will help to guide its descent. Selim will use data from Jaja Splen, SPLENE, right? Splen, sorry, SELE, SELENE, LENE, SELENE, right? Orbiter. So Selim get to the moon. How did Selim get to the moon? So Selim took 4 months to reach the moon, opting for a longer but more fuel efficient routes based on weak stability boundary theory, right? And after launch, Selim entered on an orbit around the Earth and swung around the plant multiple times, progressively building up kinetic energy with each owing. So, once Selim achieved sufficient speed through the Earth orbit, it accelerated towards the moon. And as Selim approaches the moon, instead of slowing down and being captured by the moon's gravity, it allowed itself to be deflected in the moon's directions, even as it shot past lunar orbit deeper into space. So, this deflection is the result of the combined force exerted by the Earth and Moon. So, my dear friends, Selim was subsequently on a larger and you can say loopier path that was designed to bring it back near the moon, right? Now, role of Selim on the moon. So, what is the role of Selim on moon? Selim on moon, right? So, role, if we talk about role, Selim is dubbed the moon's sniper for its standout feature, attempting to soft land within an exceptionally tight limit of 100 meters from its chosen landing sites on the moon. Now, the 100-meter landing tolerance is upper unprecedented in the moon landing missions, and for comparison, Chandrayaan 3 Vikram lander had 4 kilometer into 2.5 kilometer elliptical area, and China Change 3 landed 89 meters away within 6 kilometer and within 6 kilometer cross 6 kilometer ellipse, that is 6 cross 6 kilometer ellipse. Now Selim's target landing site is near the Scioli crater, right? So Selim will deploy 2 small rovers called lunar excursion vehicles, level 1 and level 2. So level 1 and level 2, and Selim will together study the lunar surface near the landing point, collect temperature and radiation reading, and attempt to study the moon's mental, right? So this is all about Selim. Now I would like to cover next topic, that is searches, form of extra constitutional power, form of extra constitutional power, constitutional power, right? Constitutional power. So the article critiques the precedent judicial difference in the interpreting the status related to privacy right in India. So despite significant Supreme Court decision in 2017, it focuses on the unchecked power granted to tax authority under section 132 of the Income Tax Act, IT Act, right? IT Act. So it highlighting the need for proportionality and stricter judicial review in the executive actions. So what is the highlights of this point? So first thing is the Supreme Court in 2017, the decision affirmed the fundamental rights to privacy, but has not significantly impacted the interpretation of related statute. Okay. Now section 132 of the Income Tax Act grant broad powers to the tax authority, allowing search without judicial warrants. Now recent incident like lawyers raid, so raise concerns about the abuse of this power and the lack of safeguards. So there are many challenges. First thing is the persistence of culture of judicial difference to the executive authority in the interpreting a statute, right? The broad and unchecked power granted to tax authority under section 132 of the Income Tax Act. So lack of proportionality and strict judicial review in the executive actions, risking potential abuse of power. Now some terms which is important. So first thing judicial difference, difference, section 132 of the Income Tax Act, and proportionality and fundamental right to privacy. Now executive authority, so something which is important, that is culture of justification, judicial difference, and doctrine of proportionality, and Wednesbury rule. So just you have to search Wednesbury. So you have to search on Google and just comment what is Wednesbury rule. So you have to, this is your work. Now next thing is the promised culture of justification is rarely also replaced by culture of judicial difference. So search and seizure powers must adhere to doctrine of proportionality, ensuring a balance between means and violated rights. So for example, the Gujarat High Court questioning Income Tax Authority on lawyers' raid. So the evolution of income tax laws, especially the 1961 legislation and the subsequent Supreme Court cases, right? So the statement like post Puttaswamy, there ought to be no place for the Wednesbury rule, especially when fundamental rights are at stake. Now, a state's power to research and siege must be subject to the doctrine of proportionality. So just you have to focus on the article, critically examine the inconsistency in judicial interpretation post the Puttaswamy case and emphasizing the need for a more stringent review of executive action, particularly in case involving the privacy rights. Now, it questioned the application of the Wednesbury rule, right, and advocates for proportional and justifiable approach. So, let us way forward. There is advocate for the revaluation of section 132 of the Income Tax Act in light of the Puttaswamy judgment. Now emphasize the importance of proportionality and scrutiny judicial scrutiny in executive executive actions, especially those involving the fundamental right. So call for more comprehensive and balanced approach to interpreting a statute, ensuring protection against arbitrary executive excesses. So Narega, Nyay and PM. Next, this is all about. Now next, I would like to cover next topic, that is Narega. Narega, Nyay and PM Kisan. Why do politicians give rush to give direct benefits? So review of Nyay. Right, review of Nyay. So a mainstream political party has reviewed its 2019 manifesto centerpiece, the Nyay scheme, that is न्यूनतम आय योजना और minimum income scheme. Minimum, that is न्यूनतम आय योजना और minimum income scheme ahead of the 2024 general election. So provide benefits. The party announced that if elected, the party would implement Nyay, providing women with an annual income of Rs 60,000 to 70,000. Right, 60 to 70,000. Now Nyay and PM Kisan. Nyay in 2019 proposal. So its 2019 manifesto promised Nyay to the poorest 20% of Indian family, guaranteeing Rs 72,000 annually to each eligible family. Now what comparison with PM Kisan? So around the same time, incumbent government launched PM Kisan also, and providing Rs 6,000 per year to the farmer family. Now showcasing the appeal of direct benefit transfer, DBTs. So understanding universal basic income, UBI. So basic income to every citizen from the wealthiest to the poorest, with the simultaneous removal of all the subsidies, differences with Nyay, PM Kisan. So these schemes are not UBI as they don't remove existing subsidies, offer a smaller amount than the basic income, and are targeted rather than universal. So this is all about Nyay and PM Kisan. Now instead of this, there are many challenges. And challenges and questions surrounding UBI and DBTs. So first thing is affordability. No country has been able to afford UBI due to its high cost and the population size, especially in the country like India. Now, political backlash. So, removing existing subsidies to fund UBI could lead to the significant political backlash. So, effectiveness of DBT despite criticisms of being more doles or freebies DBT have been seen effective in alleviating economic distress in various situations. Now, rationale behind direct benefit transfer. Rationale behind direct benefit transfer. So, economic argument, direct cash transfer can stimulate local economy and create a virtuous cycle of development. Now, empowerment, providing cash can empower individuals to make their own decision and invest in their future. So, a radical policy solution, that is direct cash transfer, direct cash transfer, right? Direct cash transfer. So, proposition in their 2010 book, Just Give Money to the Poor, the Development Revolution from the Global South, authors Joseph now Henlon, Armando Barrientos, and David Hulme advocate for unconditional cash transfer to the poor. Now, historical shift in the welfare thinking, that both outlined for paradigm shifting in the welfare policy. Now, 16th century England's collective responsibility for subsistence. Now, increased social spending and and introduction of pensions in late 19th century Europe. Now, mid 20th century recognition of headache standards of living as a human rights. Now, early 21st century, 21st century, you know that there is global south of using cash transfer to combat poverty and promote development. Now, case for unconditional cash transfer. So, argument for simplicity and effectiveness. The author argued that providing money directly to the poor without condition is promising approach for reducing poverty as fostering long-term development. Now, next is global examples. So, if we talk about global examples, definitely there is a city successful examples for Mexico, South Africa, and Namibia, Brazil, Indonesia, and India. That is Narega. That okay. So, government have implemented such policy, and it is important also. So, next, the implementation challenge and principle are, so many implementation challenges and principles are there. So, first thing is effective implementation. So, successful DBT programs require fairness, assurance, practically sufficient payment size, and political acceptability. So, international examples we can see, that is developed countries have implemented various forms of cash transfer, indicating potential benefits of such policy, right? Now, next thing is public perceptions and political strategy. So, rejection of high cash transfer, the public rejection of 2019, that is NAE, offers suggests that implementation and trust are crucial as the policy itself. Now, political discourse, the debate over DBT often gets mired in the political rhetoric, overshadowing the policy potential, okay, benefits and challenges. So, this is all about um, DBT and NAE. Now, balancing act. What is balancing act? So, India must balance the immediate relief providing by DBT with long-term strategy for poverty alleviation and economic empowerment. And learning from the past, so revival of NAE and the ongoing debate on the DBT provide an opportunity to learn from past experiences and design more effective and inclusive policy. So future of welfare schemes policy as India approaches the 2024 general elections, the discourse on NAB, PM Kisan and similar schemes will play crucial role in shaping the country's welfare policy. So debate on BBPAT verification in Indian elections. So recent development, a political alliance has requested a meeting with the Election Commission of India (ECI) to discuss the suggest changes regarding the use of voter verifiable paper audit trail, that is BBPAT. Okay, voter verifiable paper audit trail machine. Okay, now the alliance proposes that VVPAT slips the handed to voters to the place in separate ballot box with 100% counting of these slips to enhance trust in the electoral process. Now BBPAT, that is functions and purpose. If BBPAT machine attract to EVM, print a slip showing the voter's choice and allowing voters to verify their vote for 7 and second before the slip drops into a secured box. Now development history. So the concept emerged in 2010, leading to the creation of prototypes by the Bharat Electronic Limited BEL and Electronics Corporation India (ECIL). After trial and feedback, the design was approved in February 2013, right? So if we talk about implementation, the conduct of election rule 1961 were amended to incorporate BBPAT. They were first used in the Nagaland's Noksen Assembly constituency in 2013 and were implemented in all polling stations by the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, right? So current BBPAT slips counting protocol. So election commission decision process in 2018, the ECI Election Commission of India consulted the Indian Statistical Institution, that is ISI, to determine the statistically robust sample size of BBPAT slip verification. Now existing protocol. So initially BBPAT slips of one randomly selected or rolling stations per assembly constituency were counted. So this was increased to five polling stations per assembly seat after the Supreme Court judgment in 2019. So ISI recommendation. The ISI suggested counting VVPAT slips from 479 EVMs to ensure high confidence level that proposed of defective EVM, right? Defective EVM. So what is election commission stances? So first thing is current verification adequacy. So election commission argue that the current practice of verifying VVPAT from 5 polling stations per assembly seat exceeds the EISI recommendation. So reliability records. Election Commission highlight that in past elections no case of voting misattribution were detected in VVPAT checks attributing discrepancy to human errors. So there is concerns over full verification, right? So election commission views 100% verification as regressive, time consuming and prone to human error akin to manual ballot voting. So I would like to conclude. So debate on electoral integrity. So discussions around VVPAT verification reflecting ongoing concerns about ensuring electoral integrity and public trust in the voting process. So instead of this there is challenges ahead. So balancing the need for efficient electoral process with the imperative and of maintaining voter confidence remains a critical challenge for the Election Commission of India and political party in India. Right? So this is BB PAT. Right? Now next, I would like to cover a smart Samarth curated programs. So what is Samarth curated programs? Samarth curated program, right? So Samarth curated program, first thing you have to understand, Karma Yogi Bharat. So in collaboration with Niti Aayog has recently introduced Samarth programs on the I Got Karma Yogi platforms for state government official. So Samarth curated programs, this is the Samarth curated programs is 6 specialized training programs, 6 specialized training programs, and the aim to uplift the skills and competency of government official to effectively address the dynamic challenge of governance, right? So it consists of 14 courses focusing on foundational skill, right? So 6 programs include Samarth blocks, Samarth Jila, Samarth Raj Sachiv, and Samarth policy, Samarth procurement, right? So these 6 programs are important. Okay, so next thing I would like to say, Samarth blocks, there is building foundation for local governance, that is objective is enhancing a skill crucial for effective local governance. Okay, and target of this is citizens facing officials and local administrator. You know, there is a problems facing official and local administration. So courses, 14 courses are there. So for the 14 courses focusing on foundational skills, and Samarth, Samarth Jila, this address district level challenges. So objective is equipping official with the knowledge and tools for effective service delivery, right? So target, what is the target? So target is district level official. So courses, 14 courses, and which addressing the district level challenges, right? District level challenges, is it clear? Now Samarth Raj, that is advanced skills for a state level official, state level skills, and you know the objective of this is preparing official to navigate complexity at the state level, and the target of this is target audience is the state level of official. Now 14 courses for advanced skill in the state level programs, governance, you can say. Okay, now Samarth Raj Sachiv, so empowering senior official. Okay, so objective is to empower officials to drive a transformative change. Now target audience, that is senior official and state secretary, and the 14 course focusing on expertise for policy navigation. Is it clear? So next thing is Samarth policy, so delving into policy formulation. So objective is to providing insight into the intricacy of policy making. Now five courses are there, so covering policy formulation, writing insight, data analysis, and evaluation. So these are the five courses. These are the 5 courses under Samarth policy. So delving the policy formulation. Okay. Now next thing is Samarth procurement. So a specialized training for procurement official. So objective is enhancing a skill related to procurement process, and target audience is official involved in a procurement process, and 9 courses are there. So specialized courses in procurement guidelines, rules, strategy, and consideration. So this is all about. Samartha procurement and specialized for training for procurement officer. Now next is about I got Karma Yogi. I got Karma Yogi. So I got Karma Yogi is a comprehensive online learning platform. Online learning platforms. Online learning platforms. So this is guidance. This is guidance, you can say, government official in the capacity building journey. So for capacity building journey, so it combines 6 functional hubs for online learning, competency management and career management, discussions, event and networking too. So this is all about Samarth policy or program. So next I would like to move next, that is direct to mobile, D2M. What is D2M? D2M, direct to mobile, direct to mobile technology, direct to mobile technology in India. So the telecommunication engineering center, TEC, telecommunication engineering center, has identified significant challenge in implementing direct to mobile technology, which allows streaming TV content directly to the mobile phones without any internet connection. So the proposal for D2M has faced opposition from technology company like Qualcomm, Samsung, Ericsson, Nokia, and telecom operator. So direct to mobile technology. So in this we will focus. Direct to mobile technology is a method of transmitting content directly to mobile device using broadcast signals, and there are the key points to understand about D2M technology. And due to D2M uses broadcast networks similar to those of TV, those for TV, radio, and send content directly to the mobile devices by passing traditional cellular or internet data networks. So this technology is efficient for delivering the same content to the same users, right? Simultaneously reducing the load on the cellular networks, and making it ideal for live events or popular broadcast, right? So mobile device need to be equipped with a specific hardware to receive and decode broadcast signals, which may require new standards in the smartphone manufacturing. So D2M can offer high quality video and audio streaming, as it does not depend on the variable speeds and stability of an internet connection. So this is important. So instead of this, there are some challenges identified by telecommunication center, right? Telecommunication engineering center. So integration issue, first thing is integration issue. So integrating smartphones with D2M and digital terrestrial TV to mobile device, DTT2M technology is a major challenge. So next thing is infrastructure requirement. So implementing the technology like Advanced Television Systems Committee, TAT, Advanced Television System, okay, Committee 3.0 Next Generation TV may necessitate a new nationwide network for indoor coverage, adding complexity. Now increased cost. So obviously there is a adoption of D2M technology could lead higher cost, right? So next thing is ecosystem and viability concerns. So challenge include the viability of handsets ecosystem is escalating the business, right? And spectrum requirements, okay. So this is the TEC, and TEC report and consultation findings. So device like ecosystems success in adopting D2M technology hinges on enabling service on the mobile devices, so particularly smartphones or tablets, and creating an open market low cost device ecosystem. 4. So need for compatible standards. So a standard compatible with existing mobile handset is essential for the cost effective and leveraging the existing ecosystem. So next thing is offloading, right? Offloading broadcasting traffic. So a standard should facilitate offloading broadcasting traffic over phones and guide the design and manufacture the smartphone for direct broadcast signals reception. So government intent and potential usage of D2M is the coverage convergence of services. So the government aims to explore the convergence of broadcasting and broadband service through D2M technology. Now direct broadcasting benefits usage could receive terrestrial digital TV and content on the handset similar to FM radio, right? So the technology could broadcast emergency alert, public safety message, and social services. So traffic uploading, that is telcos could upload video content to broadcasting network, reducing network congestion, right? So global content and trials. So uh, uh, global context and trials, global context trials. So lack of available devices. Currently no mobile device support these broadcasting technology or a standard globally, right? So international trials, country like the USA, Brazil, Mexico, and Canada are conducting trials for D2M technology. Now stakeholder concerns and consultation feedback. So hasty implementation worries. So a stakeholder expressed concerns about the government rushed approach to the implementing the technology still in its early stage. So telcos revenue concerns. So telcos operators are apprehensive potential about potential revenue losses and their data business if mobile pick up the signals from the D2M technology, right? So this is all about, and I would like to conclude the critical factors. Definitely there will be critical factors also. So the success of D2M in India will depend on the development of device ecosystem and the ability to broadcast to vast number of open market mobile device. Now navigating implementation challenge, address the identified challenges and considering stakeholders stakeholders concerned with will be crucial in determining the feasibility and success of D2M technology in India. So this is important. Now next thing, and this is last. I know video is going long, so but in 1.5 hours video you will get a lot of information. So this is extremely important for prelims 2025 May. Okay, so just watch complete video, complete lecture, and complete lecture series, so that you will get everything, and you will see maximum question from here, from this lecture, directly or indirectly. Okay, because sometimes some question will be asked indirectly. So everything will be covered, everything. I will skip nothing. I am sure about it. So understanding next article, that is understanding the peace pact with alpha. peace pact peace pact peace pact with ULFA, alpha. ULFA, that is United Liberation Front alpha. ULFA, United Liberation Front of Azom, has been prominent insurgent groups in Assam born out of the Assam agitation in 1979. The pro-talks faction recently signed a peace deal with the center and the Assam government on December 29, 23. However, there are many challenges and persist with the anti-talks faction led by the Paresh Baruch, raising concerns about the lasting peace in the region. So, formation of ULFA. So, ULFA, okay. So, emerged as a response to the Assam agitation expressing concern about the potential displacement of indigenous community by illegal migrants from Bangladesh. So, formed on April 7, 1979, the group led by the radicals like Arabinda Rajakhowa, Anup Chethia, and Paresh Baruha aims to establish a sovereign Assam, right? So, the organization underwent training in Myanmar, China, and Pakistan before engaging in armed struggle marked by the abductions and executions. So, India's response in 1970, the government launched Operation Bajrang, officially banning Alpha and declare Assam a disturbed area under the Armed Force Special Power Act. Okay, so counter-insurgency operation led to the arrest of numerous Alpha members in the early 90s. So despite setback, Alpha persisted with the support from external terror groups and intelligence agencies. So peace process initiation, the effort towards peace began with the formation of an 11 members people consulting groups in 2005, right? However, the group's commitment waived, leading to the renewed violence. So Raj Khowa led fraction eventually signed a ceasefire agreement with the center in the September 2011, right? So, you know, Paresh Baruch opened to talk about Raj Khova in 2012, leading to the formation of the Anti-Talks Alpha, that is independent in April 2013. So the post-pro-talks faction signed a peace accord in 2023, focusing on the renouncing violence, disarmament, and participation in the demarcating process. However, the anti-talks action led by the Paresh Baruch remains a significant challenge and operating from the hideouts in the Myanmar sagging division. So sovereign concern. There is sovereignty concern. So Baruah insists that the talk must address the sovereignty of Assam, making negotiation challenging. The government emphasizing that the succession is not a desire in Assam. So, but convincing Baruah to engage in the meaningful negotiation remains a hurdle. So, what is the significance of it? So, comprehensive peace accord. This is the comprehensive peace accord, and peace accord outlined a comprehensive plan for the development of Assam, addressing political demands and ensuring territorial integrity. It offers a significant investment 1.5 lakh crore and legislative safeguard to protect indigenous community and potential for lasting peace, right? Lasting peace. So the accord, if effectively implemented, could signify a major step towards peace in Assam. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma claimed a 90% reduction in the extremism post accord. So this is the okay news. And next thing is how solution will be there. So dialogue with anti-talks faction. So effort must be intensified to engage Paresh Barua and Alpha 1 group in meaningful dialogue. So addressing sovereignty concern, so without compromising the unity of nation is crucial for successful negotiation. So implementation of accord is important. So first thing is government needs to demonstrate commitment to to implementing the clause of the accord, ensuring development, safeguarding and indigenous right, and resolving boundary disputes. So my dear friend, these are the things which is most important. Okay, directly or indirectly 95% question from this series will be seen in the final examination. So I hope this is very useful for you for your exam. Okay, so stay tuned. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.